If you've spent the last few evenings scrolling through endless salon chair listings, comparing widths, pump types, upholstery colors, and still feel like you're chasing a moving target, you're not alone. I've been there, sitting on a cheap plastic stool while trying to imagine how a client will feel when they're perched on a chair that's supposed to be professional grade. The risk of splurging on a model that looks great on the page but turns out to be a pain to adjust, or worse, a chair that can't hold up to a day of back-to-back cuts, is real. That's why I dug into the details of the Pibbs 2206 Fondi styling chair before I even thought about hitting Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the biggest question most of us ask is, does the extra width actually matter? In a busy barbershop, you'll often have clients of all shapes, and a cramped seat can make a simple trim feel like a test of endurance. The Fondi's extra-wide cushioned seat is about 4 inches wider than a standard chair, which translates to a noticeable difference when a larger client sits down. In practice, I've seen stylists move more fluidly around the client's head without having to constantly readjust their own stance. That extra space also means you can place a handheld dryer or a small tool tray on the seat without it feeling cramped. It's a subtle design choice that ends up saving time during a busy Saturday schedule. The hydraulic pump is the heart of any styling chair. The Fondi uses a heavy-duty pump that claims to lift the seat smoothly from 18 to 36 inches. In a real-world setting, the lift feels solid. You don't get that spongy wobble that some lower-priced pumps have. When you're trying to position a client's hair for a precise cut, the chair rises quickly enough to let you work at eye level without straining your back. The downside is that the pump is a bit louder than the whisper-quiet models you might find in high-end salons. In a quiet boutique setting, the hydraulic sigh can be a minor distraction, but in a bustling barbershop, the noise blends into the background. Now let's talk upholstery. The chair is wrapped in tufted vinyl, which gives it that sleek, salon-ready look while promising durability. Vinyl is easy to wipe down, a big win for hygiene, especially when you're dealing with hair product residues and occasional spills. In my own experience, a quick swipe with a damp cloth restores the surface in seconds. However, vinyl can show scratches over time, especially if you're moving chairs around or if a client's belt buckle catches on the edge. For a shop that wants a high-gloss finish for months, you may need to be a little more careful than you would with a leather-like material. Footrests are often an overlooked feature, but they're a practical necessity when you're doing long appointments. The Fondi offers a detachable footrest that can be swapped out for a taller version if you need extra leg support for taller clients. In practice, the footrest feels sturdy. It doesn't wobble when a client shifts weight. The only catch is the attachment mechanism. It clicks into place securely, but you have to align it just right. If you're the type who frequently changes footrests throughout the day, you might find the process a bit fiddly compared to chairs with a fixed footrest. Who should consider buying the Fondi? If you run a mid-sized barbershop or a salon that sees a steady flow of clients and you need a chair that balances comfort, durability, and price, this is a solid contender. The extra-wide seat and reliable hydraulic lift make it a workhorse for stylists who spend hours on their feet. It's also a good fit for new shop owners who want a professional look without breaking the bank. Pibbs typically prices this model in the mid-range, so you're getting a respectable set of features without the premium markup you'd see on top-tier brands. On the flip side, if you're setting up a high-end boutique where every detail from the quietest pump to the softest leather matters, the Fondi might feel a step down. The louder hydraulic pump and the vinyl upholstery, while practical, don't convey the same luxurious vibe that a leather-wrapped chair with a whisper-quiet pump does. Likewise, if you're a mobile stylist who needs a lightweight, easily transportable chair, the Fondi's solid construction and footrest system add weight that could make it cumbersome to move from one location to another. Value for money is where the Fondi really starts to shine. The chair's price point lands you an extra-wide seat, a robust pump, and interchangeable footrests in one package, features that many competitors split across higher-priced models. In terms of long-term cost, the vinyl is resistant to stains, which means you're less likely to spend on deep cleaning services or upholstery replacement down the line. That said, the trade-off is the potential for minor cosmetic wear and the pump noise that could be a nuisance in a very quiet environment.